on. Well, we're not horsing around here. We've found a man who can save us money in the kitchen, a financial advisor who loves to cook. Welcome, Marshall Weinberg. How are you?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So you were just telling me that you're in a patriotic mood. Why is that?
I am in a patriotic mood this year. It was the Sunday after Christmas this year. I was out in the woods with the family. We were actually hunting. Actually, they were hunting. I was wandering around the woods, and I heard this loud crash, and a bald eagle fell out of a tree, just about at my feet. Now, I don't know if you're into car. No, it's a true story, and actually, the story's on my website from the newspapers that wrote it up. And this bird had lead poisoning. I didn't know that at the time. Actually, he stood up. She stood up. She's a large bird, and she looked like she was drunk. And so we hung out together a little bit, and I realized there was something wrong. I called the rest of my the family in and
told her to put the guns down.
We got everyone. We're done hunting. We had something more important to do. And my father-in-law looks, says it's a bald eagle. That's a symbol of our country. Save the bird. Save the bird. Save the bird. Has anyone here ever caught a bird? So anyway, we make a long story short. We wind up. We call a couple other friends in, and we trap this giant bird. Get it up to the Medina Raptor Center. Yes. And after months of treatment for lead poisoning, the bird was re-released on April 15th.
What about this one, though? What about?
Well,
why weren't you there for this one, Marshall? That's what we want to know.
If you're a bird, you're gonna fall on someone's head. Find a nice Jewish hunter in the woods in Ohio, and you'd be much better off.
All right, now
we're gonna cook.
To the real story.
We're gonna cook.
Patriotic trifle.
Listen. Memorial Day's coming. No one really likes to get into a hot kitchen, right? How I sounded like one of those guys on TV. Anyway, see, I can't even put those on. This is what we're going to do, and I'm going to show you cooking does not have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be a chore. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to put a little wow factor. I'd like to bring it down to the end. Okay, now here's how we're going to start. We have some angel food cake. Okay. Well, it's a tricky plug. There's an instruction manual, but we forgot. Okay. Now, grab hold of some of that and just put a layer on the bottom of this bowl. All right. Just a layer, nice and light. A little more. Let the flow down. Yes. Okay. Now, we're going to take some vanilla pudding.
Okay. Did you make this, or is this from a can?
No, they're from the little boxes. Now, dollop some in around, so don't push it down. Right?
Don't push it down?
No, we're not going to push it down. We're just going to put a nice layer right on top, a little vanilla pudding. Now, in this whole recipe, you can use... Is that vanilla pudding, too? Yes, you can use...
That one looks different than this one.
A few years in this, and you, too, could have the...
What's the story
here? We are. So, anyway, we have this vanilla pudding. You can make it sugar-free, fat-free. Now, if you would just ladle some fruit. Just lay a layer of fruit.
All right.
Okay, now remember,
fresh fruit?
This is fresh fruit. You can use frozen fruit. You can do whatever makes you happy.
Plastic fruit?
Contrary to what the last segment was telling you, listen, life is very short and uncertain.
That's right.
Eat the chocolate cake, okay? Eat the chocolate cake.
Just a little bit of it, right?
Okay, so now this is a little redundant. Now we're going to repeat. Right now,
rinse,
for those of you,
lather, repeat.
For those of you who are used to just baking brownies when you go out, to a picnic, what we wanted to do is give this a little bit of wow appeal. Okay. Oh, there's no right or wrong way. Just
30 seconds for the wow appeal.
Look at us go. Now watch. Okay, here we go.
Right there.
Now here we go. Now another layer of fruit. We're building it up to the top. I said this is going to be like a Gallagher segment, right? We're going to throw fruit all over the studio.
You're scaring me, Marshall.
Well, listen, I scare a lot of people, I assure you. Okay, now, up to the top, we're going to start with one last layer.
Yes.
Cake on the top. Now, if you would dollop some, Cool Whip, Hip Whip, whatever you want to call it, we're going to just dollop some of that around the top. We're going to decorate. You keep dolloping. Okay. We're going to sprinkle some fresh fruit on the top.
Is this the wow factor, Marshall?
Right. Oh, yeah. Now look, you show up with that instead of, well, listen, if I get you to show up at the picnic and do it, it's the wow factor.
That is the wow. Okay. All right. I just want to know what. I can't wait for the wow factor. We all want the wow factor, right? Wow. Come on, Marshall.
Okay, please. Now listen a little. Okay. We're gonna we need to decorate.
Decorate.
We need to. This is red, white, blue for the holidays.
That is what I'm talking about. The wow factor right there. But not 3 to 4 tablespoons. Marshall Weinberg, excellent. We will have his recipe on our website. So we've got dessert